In this town, not only am I hunting for drama, I am hunting for rich daddies.
They say life is what you make it. Well, I say make it full of bears, drinking bourbon, talking about Bravo. Hello!
I'm Hunter Harden.
And I'm Papa the Bear.
And welcome to the Real Housebears. I'm not going to do what everybody wants me to do. Hold on. I'm not going to do anything everybody wants me to do or say, because in a court of law, I do not have to say anything.
Huh? You can't say that.
You guys just want me to say podcast.
Yes.
Oh, I just said it.
Oh, that means that you're guilty.
In a
that
court
means that you're guilty.
of law, you cannot use that against me.
You just said podcast. So you're clearly guilty. You are clearly guilty just by saying it.
I am Erica Jane, and I am maybe guilty.
This is the law we're talking about.
But until the court of law,
Oh gosh,
tells me otherwise,
I'm gonna sue you
the
if you don't stop
earrings
this.
stay with Erica Jane.
I'm gonna sue you if you don't stop this.
That's pretty good.
Erica Jane.
Erica Jane.
I wonder if she talks about herself in first person like that.
I would.
If you were Erica Jane.
Well, I do every time I'm like, say something really funny, I'm going, oh, Hunter Harden, you are so funny.
You do.
So I do talk like
sometimes you do, you're right.
It's a good habit to do.
Is it?
Because, like, what happens if you're stranded somewhere by yourself? Like,
you need to talk to somebody.
You need to talk to somebody, keep your sanity. I mean, we're not crazy here.
I mean, it sounds like talking to yourself might be the first inkling.
Don't call me crazy. That's not nice to do, and it's not true.
I'm just really good friends with myself.
You are. You are. You really love yourself. And you have sex with someone you really love all the time.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Pretty much. Like, I do pretty well for myself.
Well, you know what? Not a whole lot happened in the Bravo world this week that I can think of. I was trying to rack my brain. I was like, did I read anything this week? Like, last week there was so much going on.
Yeah, with the whole Teresa doing the Dance with the Stars
I'm still thinking about her doing Dance with the Stars with her wedding hair on. Like,
she has to.
It's killing me.
I have said it, now it must happen.
It must be done. It must be done. So, since there's like no new Bravo news, well, we did celebrate a pretty cool anniversary.
Oh, we sure did.
I don't know if you know this, but I actually shared that on my Housebears.
Yeah, you sure tagged me in it.
Because, a lot of people comment how much they enjoy our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And, we do have a pretty awesome relationship. We're pretty lucky about that. So I thought people might be interested in knowing it was a special day.
We're not talking about personal relationships.
It was our anniversary of getting together.
Yeah, not our wedding anniversary, but an important anniversary to us.
But those will come, and we want presents for both anniversaries.
Yes.
Please. Thank you.
Venmo is.
Yeah. Or caramel apples. I love caramel apples, and 'tis the season, y'all. Oh. It is getting nice and brisk in the air lately.
It's crispy in Utah.
Oh, we had the windows open the other day because it was raining.
Oh, my God, it was amazing.
So nice. I could feel autumn and pumpkins and pumpkin spice.
Yes.
Crisp leaves and sweater weather.
And Hocus Pocus 2 coming out at the end of this month.
Yeah, we can't talk about that.
We can't talk about it?
No, because I have a lot invested into it. And I cannot put any more investment into it, otherwise I'll ruin it for myself.
That's fair. You don't want to build up the expectations too much.
So I'm like, Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out. I haven't been waiting my entire childhood for this.
Maybe. I did just read today, though, that Bette Midler said that that's her favorite character to play, and she's been really looking forward to doing this sequel.
Well, she said she would never do it again in the beginning because it was so hard to work with Disney.
True, but she loved the character.
And the people have spoken. I mean, it's been, like, people have been wanting this since 1995 is when the first one came out?
She even said that she would do a part 3.
Oh. I don't know. I don't want to get it beaten to the ground because the original one is just so special.
It is really special.
The Enchantment 2 preview came out. So Disenchanted. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's called Disenchanted.
Oh, Disenchanted. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Disenchanted
So that movie is special to us.
Yeah, because I've never seen the first one, and we watched the first one. It was so cute.
It's our now favorite,
it's like our favorite love story.
You know who else is special?
Oh, yeah, we've got two special people.
We have two. Like, we normally do Housebears Famous at the end, but people are really coming through.
And we're going to applaud that and reward them with the beginning of hashtag Housebears Famous section.
Maybe this is a new segment if you all keep... But that means you all need to give us a review.
Yeah, every week, at least one of our million of followers has to write a review.
Well, now that we're doing YouTube, we're like right close to 1 million.
Yeah, if y'all are not watching us on YouTube, we have our entire videos. And you can see
Spotify.
Our visuals.
Strike a pose. But some people are just listening, though.
Well, in their imaginations, they could see how beautiful we are.
Right. And you can also follow us on our socials.
And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts...
Anyhow, let's talk about these people.
Okay, so we have two new Housebear Famous people that have written us a review, gave us a 5-star rating, and here we go with the first one. These guys crack me up.
Who dat?
That is Whiskey 1201 or 1201, however you want to say it.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Whiskey's on the right track right there.
Yeah, Whiskey itself. So yeah, one of my favorite pods to listen to. They're going to get me in trouble though. I try to listen in an AirPod while at work, and I randomly crack up, and my coworkers probably think I'm nuts. Love these recaps. Love the little peeks into their real friendships with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City peeps. Oh yeah, we're friends with the Salt Lake City peeps. And love their banter. Oh, and please recap Southern Charm. Hunter, you will love it if you give it a chance.
Oh my gosh, I love all this. All right.
I have given it a chance, and I have made my ruling. But for you, no. But thank you so much for giving us a review. I am too involved in Real Housewives.
I will say that Southern Charm is getting a little bit difficult for me to watch lately because the guys are being kind of despicable.
Yeah, I'm just not into that.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. But
I'll
you know
keep
what?
Watching.
I mean, it's obviously a popular show.
But Whiskey 1201, I will keep the torch burning for both of us.
So thank you very much. And then we got a second one here. Jungle Jillian. Hey. What was it?
It was jungle noises.
Love this pod. Best Real Housewives pod out there. Hands down. Love you guys.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you so much, Jungle Jillian. Oh, there's also something down here, too, that says Hunter is my favorite podcaster. Please keep Hunter going. He needs lots of praise and appreciation to keep him alive.
You're like Tinkerbell.
None of that is true.
All of that is true, but it's not written on there.
Okay, attorney. Jeez. Maybe I should just say Rocky Mountain Bye.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should.
That's good.
I'm letting you take over. I'm letting you just take over.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, you can do... You had a beautiful transition right there.
But I was criticized...
So I feel like you're ready.
But I was criticized so hard about my note-taking skills on the last podcast
You were never criticized, ever, about your note-taking skills.
Okay.
Actually, I will say today that during notes, I was like... I don't really have a whole lot to say about this episode, and you were over there, like, going off.
It's mostly because I'm just typing what's going on. It's not really my opinions about things. Okay, it's just what's going on to keep me...
I thought you had stuff like that you did not want to forget.
Oh, Erica's cringe in this one. That's the only thing I'm not upset. So anyways, we open up with Lisa and Kyle. Oh my God. Hi, girls. Hey. They're talking about how cringe it was last night about how Erica just did not show any compassion.
They're like having a hard time dealing with Erica's behavior last night. And I was like, honey, we're all having a hard time dealing with Erica's behavior last night.
It's rough. It's hard.
So hard. And they're even talking about it in the other house, too.
And the rest of the ladies are just talking about how erratic she was the night before and how defensive she kept getting.
But you know who's leading this conversation is Crystal.
Yes. I'm actually kind of proud of Crystal. She's kind of not standing
Me
down.
too. I didn't
And
think
she's kind
from-
of giving facts, too.
Yeah, I was totally. I'm so wishy-washy this season because I was totally with Crystal on this episode.
Listen, your faith has been
been rocked.
has been rocked this season.
Yes.
So you don't. It's hard for you to know what
It's
to
hard.
do.
I don't know who to believe and what to do, but today I'm believing Crystal
Yeah, because
she is showing up.
She is showing up.
I hope.
And
I hope it's because it's the end of the season. Please God.
But you could really tell in this season how separated the friends groups up and how contradictory and one-sided, or whatever you want to use the term for, of how unfair it is of how people are judged and reacted to in the group. And I'm really tired of this group, to be honest with you. It's
But I will
just
say,
one side and then the other.
I don't like that Dorit is being grouped in with the Mean Girls this episode.
Me either.
I don't think she is a mean girl.
I think, you know what? I think it's because she went through trauma, and now
She's at
sometimes,
Diana's house.
and now when she goes through trauma, now she's acting out. She's
I don't
gonna
think
do
that
bad things now.
I still think that Dorit's being diplomatic
No, I
and
know,
being
I know.
rational.
But she is. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Well, we do find out that even though Kyle tried to confront Erica at the house the night before, Rinna talked to her in the car a little bit, and it's just going ugly. But then we see...
You're just chasing your tail, like,
Yeah.
with talking about this about Erica. You're never going to... Even if you get your tail, like, what are you going to do with it then?
Yeah, and then we see Erica venting to Dorit, and I didn't place the first time I saw that it was weird that Erica and Dorit were talking, because as far as we know, Erica's staying at Kyle's house.
Yeah,
And Dorit's staying at Diana's.
But they switched.
But we don't know that yet.
Before we knew.
But I did kind of preview the episode this morning before we took notes, and when I saw that, it didn't chime in with me that was weird. Like, oh, Erica and Dorit are together. They shouldn't be.
Yeah, because they were there in the morning, and Erica didn't even have her face. You're right.
But Erica is insistent that she doesn't need to have compassion for anyone.
I don't give a about anybody else but me.
She just keeps insisting that it's not her fault, but it's like...
I want to ask her this. If I had one question to ask Erica Jane, here would be my question. When you, are watching the news or reading news articles and you hear or read or see about tragedies that have happened to people who are, undeserving, do you have compassion and empathy for those people who you're not involved in a court date with? Or a court case with? Do you have empathy and compassion for people who go through tragedy at all?
And this is what she should say. I, Erica Jade, cannot say that I am sorry for those victims, because that will be a part of the law. Something stupid.
Yes, but-
Law
and
this,
then
law
all-
that. But of course I would feel bad about the other people.
And then everyone else is going to say, Erica, saying that you have feelings doesn't mean that you're guilty, and it's just that same circle.
It's never going to end. But it's the fact that the thing that I want to tell her is, so you were married to this man that you have obviously gotten a leg up in your career through his money and his wealth. Well, your husband that you're legally married to, which is his is yours is his, well, he's been cheating all these people out of money.
In the court of law.
See, and I just can't, but it's your responsibility too, because it's your husband.
No, it's not her responsibility. She's right about that. But the only thing that people want from her is to show that she cares that undeserving people were treated poorly. That's all. That's all we want. That's all we want.
She obviously still has a lot of wealth left.
She did say at one time last season. She did say one time, of course I feel bad for
She
them.
gets close.
But anyone wants from her, no one wants anything at all from her except for say, well, of course I feel bad for these people. If we can just get that, then we can get past the earrings even.
To be honest with you, Erica doesn't even have to give any money. If she would just say, yes, this is horrible what happened to those people. I have nothing to do with it, but it's horrible. That's all she has to do. Just give somebody something. It doesn't mean that you are at fault for anything.
But we're saying the same thing we said
it's
last
over
week,
and over.
And the week
It's
before
ridiculous.
That, and the week before that. We had a really funny kind of moment where Kathy cannot walk on the ice.
Well, they are like 3-inch wedged heels.
Yes, she thinks you're not wearing snow boots, honey. Those are heels.
Did you see how they tapered down too?
Yes,
Like
she
they
was
look like
like,
her ankles are gonna break.
Well, they were sold to me as snow. I'm like, no, honey. What they meant was they'll keep your feet warm because they're lined with that, whatever.
Sherpa.
Yeah. So, no, honey, you didn't get it. You didn't get it.
No.
And those are not shoes to walk in on the ice.
I'm like, you don't walk on icy and snow in heels in any kind of platform.
No. And meanwhile, you're hard to get her out of her pajamas or her house slippers otherwise.
I mean, she looks...
Like, pick your moments to dress up, Kathy.
Well, at least she's not dressed up like Sutton right now. That looks like a damn emergency NASA blanket.
Listen, I can be a bit of Elise Cannon.
The puffer jacket made it. The puffer jacket
It made it, and it has its... You have to, like, get out of the way in a doorway to let her
It's
through.
as big as Sutton is.
It's...
I wonder how much baggage she brought. Because that jacket alone had its own suitcase.
It did, because it was... I mean,
I can imagine.
$3,000. I'm not going to just slam that in a suitcase.
So the other ladies who were walking with Kathy joined them, except for Kathy. Like, how did you lose Kathy?
Well, I kind of feel like it's easy to lose Kathy because Kathy just walks off she's in her own world.
I always come up with all my little fantasies. I could see, angels or soldiers, teddy bears, crystal fruit, vintage snowmen, little miniature shoes, and an old Saks Fifth Avenue receipt. Absolutely beautiful.
She really needs a leash. Like, it's crazy because whenever she's with Kyle, it truly is like Kyle is her gatekeeper, Like, she has to take care of her. Kyle.
Where's Kyle?
Where's my grocery bag? I mean, purse.
Right. So Kyle tells everyone that Erica, like, packed up everything. Not an overnight bag, but packed the F
Yeah,
up.
like, took the pillows, took the lamp with her. She, like, robbed Kyle.
Well,
Literally
not
robbed.
quite.
There was nothing left in the room except for a mattress.
But I mean, you would think that she would just packed an overnight bag and went on her way. But, like, she packed up everything that she brought for this whole
Yeah,
entire
Erica
trip.
was just irritated and dead, and she did it quick. And so I think Dorit did help her pack up and stuff.
Well, they showed a clip. Of
Yeah,
them
that's right,
helping
they
her.
did.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, it's interesting that I don't know. I feel bad for Kyle on this because I see it both ways on everything.
I don't see Erica's side because she's just not hearing what everyone's saying to her. So I'm not on Team Erica at all.
I'm not on her.
But no, she's not communicating with anyone today. She's really only responded no to a text from Renee asking if everything was okay. So we get to this clothing store, Ogier.
It's so chic.
It's so chic.
It's so chic. I love it. I'm obsessed. They only have it in Zermatt, Aspen. It's like so chic.
This whole store, this doorway,
It's so
this is chic.
It's so chic.
This store is also in another store in another place.
in
It's
Zermatt.
chic.
Where in the heck is Zermatt?
What is Zermatt?
I
Isn't
think
it
it's
Iceland
another
or something.
No, I think it's. Well, they said it's only in Aspen. So is that a Zermatt? Oh yeah, Switzerland.
Boom.
Wait, no way.
Yeah,
There's also Zermatt. Oh yeah.
That's their. That's where their base store, their original store was. How chic.
Well, we do know from last season that Dory loves. It reminds me of such and such Switzerland.
Yes,
right?
remember when they're at Tahoe? I think.
Yes,
I was like, honey, it's
so
Tahoe.
funny.
I've never been to Lake Tahoe, and I don't really know anything about it, but it's giving me a Lugano, Switzerland vibe.
Well, the good thing is Dory is very in the know. She is very in the know.
She's talking to the person. She's like, oh, I love all this. I have it all head to toe. And I'm like, you literally have every brand name out there head to toe in every style.
Yes, ma'am, you do. Yes, ma'am, you do. And we love you for it.
I do too. I'm like
We
all
love
in
you
for
for
it.
it.
Like that one, what was it? The brown jumpsuit from head to toe. Was it Louis Vuitton or was it Gucci? Yeah, it was Gucci, I think. Ah, that was hot.
Well, Erica joins them, and I wonder why if they're staying in the same place, I wonder why they arrived separately, other than maybe producers told them to.
Or just timing-wise. Either way, when Erica is walking to the store, she looks like a damn gold digger's wife. She's like walking with her head up high. She's like all decked out.
She really wants to feel like she belongs with the wealth.
The elite.
Yeah.
It's desperate in this episode.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. So, and then Kathy finally shows up to the coffee shop. Now, everyone, like, Kyle is so excited about this trip to Kimosabi. Like, she is beside herself. This is her favorite thing to do in Aspen.
And it's a cool experience. You
It
get
is.
custom hats, you get to see how they're made, and you also get drinks.
Right.
Like, it sounds awesome.
And plus Kyle rented the place out, so that the group who's not with Erica at RHOBH, they're all talking about, we're looking forward to this Kimosabi tonight. But back at RHOBH, Dorit's like, okay, so tonight is Kyle's thing at Kimosabi, and Erica's like, nope, not doing it.
No, Erica Jane does not go to those things with people that do not like her.
You're getting better and better.
I am getting a little better.
That sounded a little bit Snape-ish, but it was.
Okay, I'll bring it back.
But it was really good.
Just trying to make it elitist,
Yeah, yeah. But she's not interested in hats. She's not interested in being with the other ladies
that treat her so horribly.
She's even flying commercial home.
Girl, you show them.
No,
you
she
show
didn't.
them. I'm not sure.
She was going to fly private.
Yeah, you know.
And then my notes for next of our quote-unquote court of public opinion, blah, blah, blah. Quote-unquote, I'm getting beat up every day, blah, blah, blah. She wants her friends to blindly follow her and only care about her, blah, blah, blah. That's what I...
Yeah, I mean, that's all it is throughout this whole thing. That's all it's ever been.
Right. But at least there's some good news. She woke up to find that she's been dismissed in one of Tom's lawsuits in Illinois. Which so happens to be the one that Sutton was called about.
Yes.
But
did it ever say that she ever did go in?
No, she doesn't have to actually show up in court.
Okay.
No, she doesn't have to show up, but she has people to represent her.
Gotcha.
So, and really, this was just, again, it's Tom's lawsuit, and Erica was like, okay, she's not part of this.
Yeah.
But Crystal doesn't see this as a victory.
Yeah. Crystal apparently says that it's been dismissed in Illinois, but now it's going to be reopened in California.
Yeah,
and I'm like, ooh, if it's being reopened in California, that's like much harder judicial system, isn't it?
Yeah, and Crystal, really, the only victory Crystal wants here is victory for the victims.
Yeah, that's all she cares about. That's all she cares about.
I thought it was a really ugly moment when the other ladies were trying to get into RHOBH and the door was locked. I thought that
I was even surprised that even Dorit was like, no, don't open the door. They all were like, no, don't open the door. And I was like, that's...
Well, Dorit didn't want to have to deal with it. She's doesn't want to deal with Erica losing her cool again. So I think that was Dorit's motive. But Diana and Erica are just nasty humans.
Oh, jeez.
So, that was total mean girl stuff. So we get to Kimosabi, and this really is a really nice thing. Like this, you can tell this is Kyle's favorite thing in the world. Cherie joins them. Bless her heart, she hasn't used the bathroom in a week.
I've gotten that. Like, I used to travel, and I used to get really constipated whenever I traveled.
Just started using the bathroom at airports.
Hey, don't say that out loud. Are you crazy?
Well, they go to get drinks, and Kathy points out that her tequila is there.
But okay, this is so weird, and it's how Kathy brought it up. She turned away from the cameras, and she kind of was like, "Oh, my tequila's there." It was almost like she was seeing an ex, and she didn't want to be like caught looking at it, but she wanted Kyle to do something with that.
She didn't want it to be
her bringing it up. She wanted Kyle to bring it up.
She didn't want it to be so obvious about it.
Yes, but my goodness, Kathy,
I didn't realize how much.
Much she talked about it until we get these clips. I was like, Kathy, aren't you like insanely rich? Why are you pushing this so hard?
The rich become richer because of their investments, and she is using every minute of screen time.
I mean, that's rough. I mean, I guess we need to get the tequila and try it.
But you know what? I do like Vita. Anyway, not.
Don't even say that.
Well, Rinna decides to try some 818. And that's Kendall Jenner's tequila, and Kathy...
Oh, that's her friend...
Her
Jenner.
friend.
Yes.
Her friend, Kendall Jenner.
And that's what friends are for.
Which I don't believe for a single second that she did not get a free bottle of every single one of her friends' tequilas when it first came out.
I just want to try it.
I'm curious. I'm Lisa Rinna. I'm curious. That's just who I am. I'm just a curious soul. Gosh. It's just ridiculous. You could tell Lisa did it loud enough and only did it for the cameras. Of course she's tasted this tequila. She lives in Beverly Hills. Are you kidding me? It's everywhere in Beverly Hills. That was, Lisa, very obvious.
Yeah, well, Kathy is really mad. But she's actually taking it out on Kyle. She's mad at Lisa, but she's taking it out on Kyle.
Because Kyle's not doing anything about it.
Right, but we know that Kathy doesn't like to do anything on her own. So even Kyle needs to like fight. But Kyle doesn't want anyone to ruin her good time.
She's trying to bring everybody together to have this fun enjoyment that's like a memory of hers.
She's so excited about this. She put as much effort as she would need to put in to reserve this place. It's her favorite thing to do. The trip has been stressful. This is our last chance to have a really great time doing something pretty cool.
Yeah, and making a memory.
And she doesn't. And you know how I am when I'm having a good time. I don't want people ruining my good time.
Yeah, you turn into a monster.
Yeah. So Kathy walks out, and Kyle handles it pretty well so far.
Right now, but internally,
So far.
she's kind of having a mental breakdown.
Yeah, and Mauricio walks in looking good in his hat.
I love cowboy. I want a cowboy hat so bad.
Me too.
I'm so jealous that you got those cowboy boots for so cheap.
I want some hats myself. So Kyle talks about how much Kathy getting upset affects her. Mm-hmm. She's like, I just wish it didn't let it affect me so much. And then she just parties. I'm like, you don't look all that affected, honey.
Yeah, but you could tell it still keeps affecting her. Like her eyes are welled up through the rest of this episode.
Yeah. I am so slow sometimes. I didn't catch the shotgun.
Yeah, you didn't catch the shotgun?
I was like, why are they doing shots on a gun?
The shotgun, yeah.
Oh,
I don't know why it's. I mean, I know it's like a Western shop, I guess.
It
but
wasn't until
it's
I said it. It wasn't until I said it out loud.
I know. I heard you like shotgun. I'm like, yes, honey, that's what it was. It was a shotgun.
I'm so slow sometimes.
It was shots on a shotgun.
Yeah.
You're really pretty.
To me it was I don't know what a gun. I don't know one gun from another. So to me it was like a rifle. I didn't put the.
Oh, gotcha.
I didn't get it all together at first.
My sweet terror.
Are you going to be smart or are you going to be blissful?
So Erica, Diana, and Dorit are walking through the streets.
Ooh, but isn't this such like the three Sanderson sisters walking through the street? Yeah. Diana is of course the leader,
right?
And Erica is the pretty one. And then, I know Dorit is more of the Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah.
And I think Erica Jane is being the more, smelling out the children, but it's more money.
Right, yeah. But Erica, first of all, she wants to go to a jewelry store with Diana just to, like, watch her spend money. She misses those days.
And on top of it, she's wearing the earrings that are of topic.
The diamond earrings.
Like, she cannot handle how poor she is now.
And apparently they're worth $1.3 million now. They're worth more than the $750,000.
And they don't even look like they would be.
They just look like huge.
They just look like huge.
They're huge and they're clear
they're
and
chunky.
pretty.
I guess.
They're probably really great quality.
I guess I just don't look at jewelry. I just see too many drag queens with big jewelry.
Well, those are probably not real diamonds.
Oh, definitely not real diamonds. But they're huge and chunky and pretty.
Yeah. So they arrive at the Aspen Pie Shop, which is a pizza pie place. If I didn't catch that until later.
And the checkers, that's what the colors, like the checkers.
Listen, had a lot going on.
You're going through a lot of stuff this season.
Seriously, today was a busy day, so I guess I missed that detail. That detail.
Do you need me to take over?
Yes.
Well, Erica orders a hot toddy.
She does.
She also orders drinks for Dorit while Dorit's getting a drink, but she was just... Well, she was very close. And for somebody that doesn't know the drinks, like, that was really close. The only thing she got wrong was the carcasses out, I think the type of alcohol, and she wanted a short glass.
So that's 3 things that she got wrong.
Jesus. Out of, like, the 12 things that go into her drink. It's crazy.
Wrong vodka, wrong size glass, wrong carcass.
Thank God I just put...
she was trying to do something nice.
Yeah.
She was.
And Dorit's like... Well, thank you so much. It's not perfectly correct, but thank you.
Them referring to Diana's hotel as a safe house made me cringe. First of all, Diana is not even remotely nurturing to me. Like, I don't see anything in her that's even remotely nurturing. She does seem to have compassion for people, and she does seem to throw money at people.
She does.
And which is nice. I give her credit for that. But I don't see her as a nurturing person. But... you better help those people in distress.
Yeah, like, she could throw money at people, but she doesn't know how to be nurturing person.
Right.
Like, connective-wise.
So back at Kimosabi, they're burning Sutton's $500 hat.
Well, I mean, they're just distressing it.
Yeah, it was hard. You couldn't really tell on TV, I don't think, what a difference it could have made. It didn't look like... It looked like the same hat to me.
I also think it kind of like just shrinks it to the size. Like it I don't know. I want a cowboy hat.
Yeah. So Dorit calls Kyle to let her know that she's not going to make a tequila sabi.
Oh, by the way, I hope Cherie got that flat-billed red big hat because she looked so good.
She knew she did.
Oh, she looked so good in it. I really hope she got that.
This is fire. And I love hats.
All right, go ahead.
So, Kyle's very upset. She's being honest. She's being honest.
Be honest.
She's being honest. Her feelings are hurt. She's being very honest about it.
Good.
Her feelings are hurt. If you don't go to my event, you're going to hurt my feelings. And she ends up hanging up on Dorit. And I don't... Oh.
Well, and also, it's Erica's choice to not be with the group. You don't have to baby Erica. Erica is a grown woman. She made the choice. But you're my friend, and I wanted you
her
here.
Closest friend.
Yeah, I wanted you here for this. And Dorit completely lied later on in this episode, saying that Erica was crying and she was a broken woman. I'm like, I
wonder what we didn't see.
No,
because I felt the same way. I don't think
it was. I think Dorit was over exaggerating because she was in trouble.
Maybe
Kyle.
she was. But poor Kyle, everyone's trying to ruin her event.
Yeah.
And then Dorit goes back and tells the ladies it didn't end very well. And then, of course, Erica makes it about herself.
Yeah. Well, of course.
We're talking about Kyle and Dorit's situation, but Erica has to talk about her.
If she could
Do you think anyone's going to congratulate me on what happened in court today?
Yeah, if she could make orphans and widows that are getting robbed more about her than them, like, she could do anything.
True. Well, Kyle is so upset, so Rinna decides to just, like, walk around town and find the girls. I'm like...
Just look for the production team. Like, all you have to do, the production team's right there, and it's like, hey, she's over at this shop.
Yeah, just ask someone. They know exactly where they are. Yeah.
We've been on that side.
But now Dorit is upset.
Because now Dorit feels like a victim.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all. All of you are tired. You guys need to go to bed. And hungover. Like, you guys just need to go to bed.
So when Rinna shows up to the pie shop, did you notice that Erica doesn't say hello to her? She says, dismissed without prejudice.
Dismissed without prejudice.
That's not even, she doesn't even say hello.
Yeah, it's just so, she gives her a long, weird hug. It's just, she's just so villainesque.
Yeah. Well, Rinna suggests that everyone gets together and airs out their grievances.
Well, I mean, it's getting towards the end of the season. Like, this is what you have to do, ladies. Like, we can't all just go our separate ways. This is the show, people. And Kyle is so just pissed off because one thing after another keeps ruining her thing. And now they went to go order pizza while she had this whole event set up. And now Kathy's pissed off at her.
But now we're back at Kyle's and Kathy's fine.
Yeah. When Kathy chimes in, I thought it was going to start a little fight right there. But it just seemed like
she's
Kathy
fine.
was like, oh.
She's so back and forth. It's weird. It's weird. Kathy's not stable on this trip.
I just don't think she is around people a lot. She's always around people at home that
Maybe
are her
she
servants.
Just can't sleep on those
not
little
her servants,
beds.
but her the people like her chefs and her staff. Yeah, like that's all she has to interact with, and that's not like your true friends. Like you just aren't really interacting in a.
I don't know.
Either way.
Well, before we get to Silver City Mountain Saloon, do you want to take a quick break and get out of this hot freaking closet?
Sweating. For some reason, I am sweating a lot right now.
Yeah, you are. It's hot.
And I'm wearing a tank top with stuff on it.
With eggplants and peaches. You love fruit.
I love fruit.
Bye.
I'm ready to just go home.
We'd like to give a shout out to our sponsor, Anchor by Spotify.
If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, let me give you a rundown. Basically, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Here's how it works.
Anchor lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or your computer, so no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today.
Then you can distribute your podcast to the most popular listening platforms, including Spotify, with a single tap. Anchor is also the only place you could publish video podcasts to Spotify directly.
With Anchor, creators can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions.
And best of all, Anchor is totally free.
Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Today. And we're back.
We are back. Well, they're getting ready to go to dinner at the Silver City Mountain Saloon, and everyone is ready but Sutton. Like, she's got some.
It's like she's getting everything done very last second.
She was like, I was only like 5 minutes, and Gross was like, 5 minutes in dog years.
Oh, I thought you said what? That took 5 years.
No, she said what? 5 minutes in dog years.
That's hilarious.
And then Dorit shows up to Kyle's, and it's ugly.
I mean, Kyle's already in wherever room she's in crying.
She's had enough. She's like, F off, I don't care.
The second Dorit opens the door, she just goes, I'm so tired. And I'm like, right there. That's where you guys should not even have this conversation.
But it's ugly. They can't communicate.
No.
Kyle really is losing her mind. But they drank a lot at the hot place.
And yeah.
So,
and you know, Kyle's probably getting D'd down with Mo being there.
Yeah, you know.
So she ain't getting any sleep.
No, she ain't. So, but luckily, Mauricio steps in and he mediates really quite beautifully.
Well, what any rational person would do that hasn't been drinking all weekend and getting good rest and turmoil with everybody. It's just like, from the outside, and you guys just seem like there's a lot of other things going on that you guys are just lashing at.
I don't think he would intervene in anyone else's relationship, but Kyle and Dorit are like best friends.
Yeah, yeah.
He even is like, listen, I can't have y'all fighting because PK's my man.
My best friend, yeah. So like...
we gotta figure this out. And it was nice though. It was nice.
I liked it.
But again, he can only do that with them. So the women show up to the Silver City Mountain Saloon.
Welcome to the Cowboy Bar.
They get put in a private area.
I already feel like this is going to be a shit show before it even happens.
Well, it was interesting that I was like, I don't know if there's going to be a big fight here because there's not an audience.
But you know what it felt like to me? It felt like New Jersey when they went to Nashville. The atmosphere seems similar, like the mountain town.
Gotcha.
We're at a saloon.
Yes.
I that's where I was feeling like dark vibes. So I was nervous going into it.
It was nice that they had a charcuterie board, but it definitely is not going to be enough to satisfy these women. It reminded me of the gala we went to, and I was like, ooh, food, but it's just got cheese cubes.
And Rena orders a Don Julio tequila right there in front of Kathy.
Lisa is already poking the tequila bear. She does not even care.
I mean, or if you don't like her tequila, that's fine, but try to be more discreet about it.
Don't make it so obvious. And listen, it's tequila, y'all. If you can't, like, suffer through a drink of tequila for your friend, then get out.
Well, I loved, Kyle shows up late, and I love that leather coat with, like, the Sherpa.
Ooh, it's cute.
I really liked that a lot.
It fit her well, too.
So Kyle tells everyone about how Dorit told her that Erica was broken today. And they're like, what?
Yeah, everyone's like, that doesn't sound like Erica. When has she ever broken down?
And plus, what does Erica have to be upset about? She's the one who went crazy.
Yeah, flipped out on everybody.
Yeah.
It says that she has nothing to be sorry for in the first place.
And they talk about it, and of course, as Erica and Diana are arriving.
Did you see that Kathy's dressed like it's laundry day?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
She can't help it.
She's in Aspen.
She is on vacation. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I just don't understand. It's crazy.
I think it's all good.
So as soon as Erica and Diana come in, Dorit kind of moves
Pulls
them
away,
out,
right
pulls them
away,
out so
yeah.
that there's nothing. And then Kyle goes up and asks Dorit to step aside, which was weird for a minute, since Kyle and Dorit are still a little bit,
On the outs.
But Kyle does not like feeling uncomfortable with her friend. She's like, we're friends. We should not be fighting. We shouldn't be weird.
And they even try to get into the whole empathy thing again, but it's just, you can't with Erica. You just stop. And can you see how welled up Kyle's eyes are in this scene?
Yeah.
Like, she is on the precipice of a breakdown.
I will say that Erica sounds a little bit less like a monster here. She still sounds like a monster, but she's not as abrasive and not as...
But if this was Crystal talking to her right here, it would be a completely different tone and situation. Even when Crystal does speak up later, Erica's just so dismissive. Like, I feel like you're really mean to me. Okay. It's just like, it's just ridiculous.
Well, Erica does sum this up with Kyle. Like, I just want, when I'm with my friends, I just want my group of friends to not bring in what I'm dealing with in the outside world.
Yeah.
I want to be with you all and not talk about that stuff and have to worry about anyone's judgment and all those type things, which...
But it's really hard, too, because I just want to, like, lean in and be like, you're on a reality show.
Exactly.
About your life.
Yeah.
And this is your life.
Right. 100%. And don't act like Bob, the producer, didn't tell me to talk about it 15 minutes ago.
Thank you.
So, but they patch it up pretty quickly, and everyone is both blown away and kind of furious that it happened so quickly and easily.
And about how lighthearted her blow up was at everybody. If any of the other ladies did that, do you think any of them would have gotten a free pass?
But they're not real friends.
It's just ridiculous.
They're not real friends.
This is the point where you really, really see how mean girl, how one-sided, how double standard these relationships are.
I want to be a little devil's advocate myself, though. History makes friendships. I mean, like, building memories is what develops friendships. But Kyle and Erica and Rinna, they've been developing a true friendship for a very long time. And Garcelle and Sutton and Crystal, it's not like Kyle in particular doesn't like them. Well, maybe Sutton's questionable, but they're just not close like they are with Erica.
But you will never get that close with them because they are too shut out from the world. Like, you can't get into those groups now.
We
They're
all
too shut out.
know. We're so over it. We're all
done.
All the world is over the two teams.
I'm really tortured. I'm really upset.
But Crystal is not having it with people who are Team Erica. Well, she's like, if you're Team Erica, then that also shows what kind of person you are, because Erica is making no bones about the kind of person she is. Mm-hmm. And Crystal is...
Listen, I can't get on the side of Erica in any form.
And Crystal's like, Dorit, if you're Erica's friend, you're telling a lot about yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that Dorit is just trying to be very neutral and trying to support Erica without saying things that she shouldn't say. Yeah. She's being as diplomatic as possible.
And Crystal, on her side, it's like, Erica, you've been a horrible human to me multiple times. Like, and to other ladies. I mean, she's been nice to Crystal a couple of times here and there, but she's seen how mean Eric can get.
Oh, she's so mean.
And she's been on that side of it, especially even last season.
But I thought it was really funny that Kyle and Rinna was like razzing Erica about her behavior last night, and Erica was in on the joke. But Crystal was like,
And Garcelle, too. Garcelle is like, this isn't funny. Like, that wasn't funny what happened last night.
Well, Crystal and Sutton are talking, and Sutton's like, well, you can go talk.
The whole time she's talking to her, Sutton's like slowly pushing her off of her. She's like, I've been on this side.
Yeah. But Crystal, like, she stands her ground.
Well, she's over Erica.
But then we had a full repeat moment. Crystal asking, why did you call me an asshole? And then Erica replying, because you are one. Mm-hmm. Sutton, why did Erica call me the C word? Diana, because you are one. We got a lot of Mean Girl stuff, like high school stuff.
It's constant.
High school gross stuff I hate.
It's annoying.
I don't like it at all. So Kyle just wants them to put a pin in it.
They've said this multiple times this episode.
Yeah, because...
let's put a pin in it.
Because someone was trying to put Kyle in a pin earlier, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've honestly had this conversation 4 or 5 times just in the last couple episodes.
But this is their last night in Aspen, and Kyle just really wants to have fun.
Yeah, can we please just have fun? Let's go to another bar.
And it's a private club. Like, even Kathy Hilton might not get in because she's wearing sweatpants practically.
But I'm like, she is Kathy Hilton, y'all. But then again, like, a lot of people are like, who's Kathy Hilton?
I mean, I don't know too many people.
I mean, she's not even a Hilton heiress anymore. Like, she's not even part of the Hilton brand.
But she's Paris Hilton's mom. She's a real housewife of Beverly Hills. Yeah. Her husband.
But honestly, I have never even heard of Kathy Hilton until the show.
Oh, I had. Oh, yeah. But I was a big Paris Hilton follower also.
I just lived a simple life. That's all I cared about.
Oh, best stuff in the world. So, very end of the episode, we get us several hours later.
Ooh, and these are always fun. I'm always really enjoying
I know,
this.
but I was expecting some late night, like, cell phone footage.
No.
No, it's just text. But Lisa texts Erica and says, I just got into a Sprinter van with Kathy, and she went off.
Like screaming and throwing things and like spewing hate towards her sister.
Yes.
Like, I guess to the point where even Lisa, the queen of, I don't know, shade, is even kind of blown away by how she acted.
Yeah, acting crazy. And then we see screenshots of Kathy trying to cover it up.
Is she trying to cover it up?
Well, they only showed one. Lisa Rinna actually posted a few.
Silence is golden.
But Lisa on social media actually posted a few screenshots of more than just that. Of like Kathy saying, hey, I won't talk about it if you won't talk about it.
The world thinks she's somebody that she's not.
Kathy, you're great for TV, but maybe you should not be on TV.
Yeah, and Rinna's like, oh, honey, don't give me some evidence.
Don't give me receipts. Have you seen Lisa Rinna on the show?
Yeah, seriously.
She can't wait. She's like drooling right now. She can't wait for the reunion.
But you know, Rinna's not going to BravoCon. And, I mean, there's all kinds of talk about her exit from the show. So, who knows?
She being bitter.
I mean, she shouldn't have blasted. Too many times did she say, Bravo should have given Lois more screen time. They should have had a memorial to Lois on the show.
They did.
But she wanted like a
flashbacks.
full like moment that was bigger, and she brought it up more than once.
Granted, but then you'd have to do that with every single person on the show.
Burning bridges.
Listen,
Lisa.
you can't do that, Lisa. You can't just ask for the world and not like you get the privilege of having your mother be like memorialized longer than any other housewives, because these housewives are crazy.
Right.
They are so elitist. Like I have seniority, so I'm better than you kind of attitude. So if one of the, with Atlanta, what's her name got to bring her baby, and then everybody got pissed off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Rinna, all I can say is hurt people. Hurt people.
You're so angry.
And you know what would hurt me?
That just makes you so angry, huh?
Well, what would hurt me is if y'all didn't follow us on our socials.
Y'all,
Follow us on our socials.
do it.
On Facebook and Instagram, we're The Real House Bears. On Twitter, we are Real House Bears. And you can email us at therealhousebears@gmail.com.
You can also find us on YouTube at The Real House Bears podcast. You can see our full videos,
Yes, you
see
can.
our faces
Yes.
during this whole podcast, and it also includes all the great sound effects. Hey, and you can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. But if you are specifically listening to us on Apple Podcasts, please leave us a 5-star rating and a cute little review, and we will make you #HouseBears famous. And we will talk about you, well,
Nicely.
very nicely on the podcast.
We will. We won't be mean to you.
Of course not. You're our loyal, dedicated fans.
Thank y'all so much for another great week.
Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
So let's do a little sound check.
Oh, right now?
Yeah, right now. Right now, young man.
Sound checking. Hold on, let me move this back a little bit. Sound checking. Sound checking still. The checking is still being sounded.
Where's my check?
It's being sounded.
I ain't never missed a bag or a check.
This is a long sound check.